Rawr! Hello and welcome to Midnight Readings. Today we'll be reading Origins of Chaos, written by Fruity Trees. This one looks interesting. Read the concept and seems... By the way, these are our amazing Patreons who help us keep the lights on and help us keep going with these stories. If you'd like to sign up, link is in the description. And yeah, there's some pretty nice bonuses too. Now, shall we get to it? This is Origins of Chaos. Hope you enjoy! 1 week, Twister thought. It was just 1 week ago Starswirl expelled him as his pupil, because his magic was too chaotic and unpredictable. Nigh today, Starswirl was dead. Twister wished he could say he was sad. He respected Starswirl, obviously, but he'd only known him for 2 weeks before he was expelled. He still remembered the little incident with the sun-raising spell. Some ponies still had the sunburn to prove it happened. He really couldn't blame Starswirl for thinking his magic was chaotic, but he felt expelling him wasn't really the smartest thing to do. And he's supposed to be the all-knowing wise wizard. He looked out of his window and sighed. Equestria's citizens had finally settled down. There was not many ponies coming in to live now. All the hustle and bustle of building another nation had finally died down. And frankly, it was kind of boring. He missed all the ponies coming in. All the noise and chatter outside. All the construction workers working. Actually, no. He was glad the construction workers were done. In his area, at least. He still remembered when Clover the Clever returned and told the unicorns that they had found new land. And something about friendship and harmony with the other tribes. But that wasn't as important to him. Actually, speaking of which, if the tribes had become friends, why were there mostly unicorns in his area? There were only a few earth ponies, and he'd never even seen a Pegasus since they moved to Equestria. Then again, that was probably because he didn't talk to other ponies much. Not that he wanted or needed to. Everything was so boring. He decided it would be better to just go to sleep. When he entered his messy room, he tripped over something. It was his old notebook from when he was Starswirl's student. He opened it, and came across one of those spells that the bearded wizard never finished. He never exactly told him what it did, and its wording was too vague to tell anything. Still, it didn't look too dangerous, and Twister really needed something exciting to pass the time with. He cast the spell. From one to another, another to one, a mark of one's destiny, singled out alone, fulfilled. For a few moments, nothing seemed to happen. Disappointed, he dropped the book back down to the floor. Over 200 spells, he thought. How many of them actually do anything? He got his answer. All of a sudden, a very bright light blinded his eyes, and he felt his body changing. His horn became zigzagged and he sprouted an antler. He also grew wings, and his front hooves transformed into a paw and a claw. When the strange magic finally subsided, Twister's first question was,
"Why is everything so short all of a sudden?"
When he looked in the mirror, he screamed. And all sort of other questions came to mind.
Why do I look like this? I'm a mishmash of every animal known to ponykind. Why do I sound like this? Why do I feel so powerful?
After calming down a bit, he asked himself the third question again, this time with curiosity.
Why do I feel so powerful?
Just to experiment, he tried to perform a spell he had never been able to do. Change form. He thought of something weird, like a hybrid of all the pony tribes. Like something like that could ever exist. It worked. With great ease. If he could do that, he could surely do anything he wanted. Like make things around Equestria a bit more interesting, for starters. A few cotton candy clouds raining down chocolate milk was all it took. Twister wasn't himself anymore. He started calling himself Discord, and doing stuff like that fit his new name quite well. He made fish swim on land, made ponies sneeze loud enough to collapse fake buildings, and made the sun and moon rise and set every few minutes, among other things. Over time, his tricks got more and more dangerous. He took away Unicorn's horns and Pegasus' wings, sometimes replacing them with other things like ice cream cones or insect wings. He turned houses upside down, and his personal favourite, played mind games with ponies and forced them to act the opposite of what they usually would. That last one was reserved for the most annoying goody-goodies who had a lot of friends. He even took over Equestria, which wasn't that hard considering there was no specific pony ruling it. There was a minor run-in with 2 ponies who apparently had horns and wings, but he took care of them. Discord conjured up a throne and smiled down at all the beautiful havoc and disorder he'd caused. It was hard to believe that just weeks, or months, he couldn't remember. Neither did he care. Ago, he was merely a unicorn with just a bit of chaotic magic. Now he was the spirit of chaos and ruler of Equestria. He sipped a glass of chocolate milk. The sight of watching ponies run around in confusion was just icing on the exploding cake. Every few minutes or so he snapped his fingers and changed the time of day, sometimes even the weather if he felt really good, which was quite often. Just then he overheard the 2 tall hybrid ponies talking about something called the Tree of Harmony. Sounded like a potential obstacle for him and his glorious reign of disorder. Worse, those mares might take over and make everything peaceful. Discord cringed at the thought.
Can't have that now, can we?
Discord thought, as he conjured up a bag of black seeds, grinning deviously. The rest, as they say, is history. I have to admit, I like this one. Yeah, it's simple, and maybe not quite how Discord is portrayed, but wouldn't it be interesting if Star Swirl actually created Discord? I believe that's been a theory in the past, but still, could be interesting. Could also explain why Star Swirl is such a pain in the butt at times. Anywho, that was Origins of Chaos, written by Fruity Trees. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!